Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Well, BBO had a bit of difficulty, and I just got it back up and running, and look at this, the match is completely tied. It was 17 imps. Coming into the segment was the lead, and we've missed a few boards of play, but we're back up now. And so this is going to be an exciting finish. 10 boards to go. And I guess let's take a look at what's going on the hand we have here. South opens a spade. North raises to 2 spades. And South's thinking, 16 count, singleton, it might be worthwhile to just bid game with this hand, or maybe we can go through some sort of game try, depending on what our game try system is. So South elects to try 3 diamonds. That's going to excite North. The Doubleton Club and Ace-King fourth of diamonds should be more than enough for North to take the leap to 4 spades. Now, with all that said, it seems as if the trumps are not splitting particularly well for Declare. West has 2 natural trump tricks, ace of hearts. West is absolutely going to double. West is 100% going to double. Okay, let's everyone slow down here. Pass, West is thinking. But I'm pretty sure West will double. West is very likely to expect that he has 2 trump tricks, and then with that said, he might have 2 heart cashers, so he might just have it beat in his own hand, but even if he doesn't, the opponents have kind of invited game. The 3 diamond game try is often based on an invitation to game, and so therefore their high card count is fairly limited, which means his partner probably has a trick over there. Well, alright. Ace of hearts. West is probably going to continue tapping Declare, thinking that his 2 trump tricks might grow to 3 if he can force Declare a couple times in the heart suit. I suspect this is going to be a push at both tables, but I guess we will see. In the meantime, because the play of the hand is a little bit interesting, but I think we can let Declare and Defense have their fun. It's going to be pretty straightforward, but both sides do. Let's take a look at board 17, where there was a large swing. 4 spades in the South made, but 3 no trump went down 1. So, how did all this happen? At this table, South opened a heart, West overcalled 2 diamonds, pass, South doubled, take out, North bid 2 spades, and South bid 2 no trump. South has a 19 count, so this seems reasonable. 3 diamonds by North, looks like checking back for something. 3 spades by South, and now that North has found a spade fit, North tried 3 no instead of 4 spades. Which is all honestly quite reasonable. The Jack third of diamonds is going to have some weight playing in no trump, whereas in spades it's probably not going to be that useful of a card. And I think more importantly, North has invited partner to play in a 5-3 spade fit. If North just wanted to raise 2 no to 3 no, he would have done it without going through 3 diamonds. Hey, yeah, I don't know what went wrong, but we are back, and luckily we haven't missed too much. So we will get to, fingers crossed, watch the remaining 10 boards of this set. So all in all, mean, bidding to 3-0 looks pretty normal to me. We get the king of diamonds opening lead. Declare wins the ace, so we do have another diamond stopper. But Declare has a bit of a problem because no dummy entry to take the spade hook through the player who's more likely to have spade length means Declare just has to run the 10 of spades or jack of spades. And now West can set up his diamond suit, holding on to the club ace. So yeah, 3-0 does go down, whereas in the other room, the South with the 19 count just opens 2-0 trump. Transfer to spades, 3-0. We get the king of diamonds lead. Diamond comes back, and now West cashes the club ace. Maybe a little bit worried about what's happening with that jack of diamonds and dummy. Or maybe hoping that partner actually has the heart ace and he can get a club ruff. But that is, well, that certainly lets Declare make 10 tricks via the help of a club finesse. But it looks like after a heart ruff, a spade to the jack, spade to the ace, spade back to the king. Declare was pretty confident in taking the club finesse at the end of play. Or the heart's just set up. So 11 tricks. So that was one of the big swings. We had 5 imps on a part score deal. One side got a little bit too high, getting to 3 spades, and wow, that is not a friendly spade split. Maybe East-West or North-South should have learned after the previous hand that spades don't split well at this table. Avoided this 4-spade doubled contract. But looks like East opened an intermediate 2 spades. That appears to be the alert. 2-0 trump asking 3 clubs minimum, 3 spades by West. And that contract sailed off 1 when the spades split poorly. But in this room, East-West just opened 2 spades weak. It's really funny when one table opens 2 spades intermediate and the other opens 2 spades weak. You think someone might have misjudged. But 2 spades in this room looks like maybe Declare was able to play a bit more carefully, or maybe the defense was a little bit friendlier because they were trying to defeat a 2-level contract. So, how are we doing in our 4-spade doubled contract? Declare has taken the club finesse. So East-West have collected heart trick. West did do what looks like the right thing, which was tap Declare by continuing hearts. And now East is probably doing something sensible. He's playing a club, and this will let West discard a diamond loser if he wants to. It is possible that West is just going to look at this and say, I have a simple plan to collect 3 more trump tricks from here, which is ruff and then play back the jack of hearts. So West might do that instead of pitching his diamond. But ultimately, I think this means Declare is going to end up scoring I guess a little unclear what Declare is going to end up scoring. So if West pitches the diamond here, a declarer can definitely ruff a hardened hand and then just exit to West repeatedly until he scores 3 trump tricks naturally. And I think that's what we're going to see. So I believe South is going to come to 4 more tricks from this position. Maybe just thinking a little carefully through the distribution of the cards, like can he afford to just play a diamond now? Or even a spade, in case the suit happens to be 4-1. So this is going to be down 2 and a push at both tables. And the match remains tied, so we got 9 boards to play till we get to board 28. East-West have a big spade fit this time. It's going to be hard for the trumps to split badly when you have 11 of them between your hands. So West's going to open a spade. East will make some sort of game-forcing spade raise. Whether that's 2-0 or something else, we'll find out. And how good is a slam? On a non-club lead, slam is going to be cold. On a club lead, it looks like slam... Well, I guess you basically need the ace of clubs on side. Wow! Wait a second. Okay. 6 spades by East is cold. That's crazy. So the 1 spade opening bid is going to do East-West in here. I mean, not that West can avoid opening 1 spade. But they have missed out on double dummy par because the king of clubs is protected from the opening lead. If they cash a club, then you have 2 pitches for your heart losers. Etienne says, in this session and the last one, all doubled contracts were pushes. Yeah, it can be a little surprising, but I think that's fairly common at teams sometimes, where a lot of the doubled contracts are going to be like saves. So like the opponent's bid to 4 spades and you save in 5 diamonds. And for the most part, a lot of those decisions are pretty automatic. It tends to be the case that you think the opponents are making their game, so saving is fairly cheap, and both sides come to that same conclusion. So a spade, 2 clubs. Wow, 2 clubs. A bit of an unusual method. I mean, for the most part, we've seen this fairly commonly in this event, actually. But in my part of the globe, we always show our 4-card or more game-forcing raises, if we can. So a spade, 2 clubs, 3 hearts. Something artificial is going on here. 3 spades by East showing values, or showing a spade fit. 3 no trump, non-serious by West, which is fairly reasonable since West doesn't know his partner has enormous spade length. Like ace, king, jack, 10, 6 stops at 3 small is going to have a loser often enough that you don't really want to be in slam necessarily. So East bids 4 clubs. Cupid. West bids 4 diamonds, East bids 4 spades. I think at this point, if East-West get to 6 spades, it'll probably make. I think North might lead a heart against this auction. The club Cupid might slow North down, or keep North from leading a club. And the fact that East has bypassed a heart cue makes me think that our best chance might be either to cash 2 heart tricks off the top or to set up a heart trick and hope that partner can get in with, you know, maybe a diamond card or something and cash our heart. Because we could easily imagine that East's club Q is based on like King 10 third or Ace 10 third even, and West has King Doubleton, and then leading a club is just going to blow up the club suit. But I guess we'll have to see. I mean, for starters, West will need to take a call over 4 spades for us to get there, and then North will have this decision about what to lead against the slam. Let's see specifically what types of bids might be made. That's a good point, Etienne. South did not double 4 clubs. So I was curious if 5 clubs was going to be the response to key card. So if West does bid 4-0, East is going to show 1 key card, which 1430 might be 5 clubs. In that case, South could double. But, I mean, alternatively, we might see something like a 5-heart bid from West, suggesting, yeah, I have a pretty good hand, I'm still interested in slam, but just aces is not necessarily what I'm looking for. I'm looking for other help, like the Queen of Diamonds is a good card, the King of Hearts is a good card. So we could see that Cupid if West decides to continue. Nope. He tries 4-0. So East is going to show 1. Massive blunder to play 1430 here. Shouldn't they have known that... Oh, South, once again, does not double 5 clubs. Which, I mean, looking at the double dummy of this hand, you can say, oh, this is so unreasonable. Like, obviously he needs to get a club lead. But you don't want to, like, force your partner into leading a club when they might have had some alternative plan, right? If your partner had the King, Queen of Hearts and a bunch of small clubs, you would rather they lead the King of Hearts, then you can get in with the club ace and cash a heart trick. Whereas a club lead is just going to set up discards for declare. So I don't think it's that unreasonable for South to pass over 5 clubs. I don't like doubling 4 clubs. I will, I guess, point that out. Because then you're going to, I mean, you direct the lead for the defense a little bit. It has the same issues with doubling 5 clubs. But at such a low level, the opponents are going to be able to pass it and find out if they have first or second round control in the suit. And that will let them know what level to play at safely. Six spades in the West went down 1 at the other table, and this could be a big result. I mean, for a couple of reasons. 1, West might not even bid the slam. So far, all that's happened was partner has Cupid clubs and then showed 1 key card and didn't bother to make a last train try over 4 diamonds by bidding 4 hearts. So West is probably thinking his partner has the club ace. He has a lot of losers in the red suits that need to be dealt with. You know, he'll probably be able to place his partner with the diamond queen because what else can he have, realistically? but he's still looking at ace third of hearts. That's a little bit scary, and he probably suspects that his opponents are going to lead hearts against an auction like this, where the heart controls have not really been mentioned explicitly. So I think West might just sign off in 5 spades. That's possible. But if he does bid 6 spades, I'm still kind of under the impression that as North, I might lead a heart. But we will see. So big chance for Vinciguerra here to take a commanding lead in the match. We would have 8 boards to play after this one concludes. All right. So Cedric does sign off in 5 spades. Like, technically he is correct. I don't think the lead choice matters versus 5 or 6 spades, so I think we're about to find out if 6 spades would make. North is on lead, and is he going to lead a heart or a club? He leads a club anyway, so good decision by West to not bid to the 6 level. Earns his side a sizable swing. And he's going to quickly claim up his 11 tricks after the club lead. Well, this will be 650 and 100 is 13 imps, I think. So 8 boards to play. Still time to make the comeback, but I have the feeling that North-South are going to be a bit demoralized. I mean, we weren't exactly here for board 17, so I don't know kind of the table action that was going on there. And this would be really nice, actually, to be able to see the players, have a little live stream of their expressions, because we might get some insight into what's going on. But it looks like East-West, once again, are just doing a lot of things right in the hands. They stop in 5 spades there. They defeated 3 no trump, or I guess 3 no trump defeated itself. So they're going to have to start coming up with ways to generate some imps on these hands. This might be a good start. North-South have kind of limited high cards. I mean, 14 ups at 9. But they do have the potential. Yeah, so you say slam again. I mean, they do have the potential to make a slam. You would need to take a unusual view in the diamond suit. But maybe you get some bidding help from the opposition. So a spade opener by North, 3 diamonds by South. Looks like that's going to be a 4-card limit raise. And I figured West would come in with some heart bid. He tries 3 hearts, which seems very reasonable. So North probably just going to jump to 4 spades. And I think East is going to bid 5 hearts, but it's very possible he's just going to look at a bunch of queens and decide that his hand is defensive and elect to pass. I mean, for starters, North is going to have to decide if he thinks there are good slam prospects on this hand. You know, the 4-card limit raise is nice, but one of the things that might hold him back here is that oftentimes partner's going to have honor 4th of trumps there, and the Queen of Trumps is not really an effective card when you have a 10-card fit with both the ace and king. So if he ends up picturing hands where his partner has all of his strength in the minor suits, then maybe he'll expect slam has some potential. I mean, even something like ace doubleton of diamonds opposite king 4th would be ideal. But yeah, he does elect to just bid 4 spades. So we'll see if East decides to bid 5 hearts. Something that's probably going on is because East and North are screen mates. East has picked up on North's slow 4 spade bid. And if East looks at his hand and decides that the opponents might actually make a slam, he could just elect to pass 4 spades, not really get further involved because a 5-heart bid might push them into it. Well, 5 hearts by East, and South elects to double, which, I mean, is going to pass out. So that contract was reached in the other room as well. Not a whole lot to the play of 5 hearts, I don't think. North can lead the ace of spades, get a suit preference signal from his partner. For clubs, I suspect. And then switch to king of clubs to get his ruff. Did they find the ruff in the other room? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they didn't find the club ruff in the other room. Ooh. Not going to be large swing, but it would still be some welcome imps back the way of France Green if North does find the club ruff. 5 of spades. Maybe not everyone's preference. It's kind of just saying, I don't care which suit you play, which I suppose is technically true as South. We expect that our partner would play whichever suit he has the king of. But this is going to make it a little more difficult to find the club ruff. Now South has to underlead the ace 3rd of clubs. Maybe he'll work it out. I actually think there's a decent chance that he'll work it out. His partner did jump to 4 spades. Although, I suppose that could be based on ace, king, queen, 6th of spades and a small doubleton club. But in that case, it kind of just doesn't matter. All he's giving up is a guess for the jack of clubs, maybe, in the suit. So he does find a low club to the king. We will get a club return. And so this will be 5 imps. Cuts the lead to 8, but kind of more importantly, puts some momentum into the France Green squad as we move into the second half of this segment of play. We're going to have 7 boards to go. North's pause is a little concerning to me. I mean, maybe North is a bit worried that the 7 of clubs looks like a high spot card, and so he's not convinced his partner has the ace for this, but ooh, that's not good. That feels like a pretty large mistake. Your partner is kind of the one captaining the defense here. I don't think there's any reason your partner would switch to clubs if he knew that a diamond was cashing. He would just cash the diamond. So that feels like a big blunder. Yikes. Declare are gonna have no trouble whatsoever guessing the clubs. Obviously, the jack of clubs pops up on the next round. Wow. Okay, so lead's still at 13. They had an opportunity to... Excuse me? Was that really necessary for us to undo all of those things? I mean, I guess so. Declare is stripping the hand. This is technically good play, right? If the club suit is 4-1, now at least he's going to end play someone. Although this doesn't look like the right way to do it, does it? Because now we rough a diamond, rough a spade, and we're in the wrong hand to lead clubs up. Feel like the operator may have missed some of the play there at the end, but 300, push board, once again following the pattern of all doubles or pushes. I think that's going to be really unfortunate for France Green, and that might almost spell their defeat. Because, like I said, they've had some pretty bad results in a row, and it's going to be very demoralizing to realize that they have missed the opportunity to score an extra trick. Kind of an easy opportunity, and I think it was a pretty large blunder by North to not trust his partner and get the club rough there. But maybe they can overcome it. They're going to need to have some sort of positive momentum sometime soon. So on board 22, East opens a no trump. Good 16 count over there. Transfer to spades. And it wouldn't surprise me if West just decides to try 3-no. Ace King Fifth is often just a good enough suit to at least vulnerable at imps, where if your partner has a small doubleton and all you need is the suit to split 3-3 for your vulnerable game to make, you're like pretty close to having the right imp odds to bid game. So, you know, even without the jack doubleton of diamonds, this might be worthwhile as a 3-no trump bid here in this auction. And that's what West elects to do. We get a fourth best diamond lead. So Declare are going to put up the jack. It'll go queen, king. Huh. I think this might be a fairly large swing. How did 3-no trump only go down 1 in the other room? I guess what happened in the other room is they got a heart lead from South. That's a little surprising to me. No, we got a diamond lead as well. How does it only go down 1? South discarded a diamond on the third spade. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's quite reasonable. Never mind. Yeah. South pitched a diamond. Because South was just trying to beat it 1 trick, not trying to beat it 2. And South was worried that he couldn't really afford to pitch a club. Then Declare might drop his singleton king. He couldn't really afford to pitch a heart. Declare might drop his queen jack doubleton. So he pitches a diamond, thinking that if he ever gets in again, he'll be able to take one trick outside and 4 diamonds. It feels like you should be able to work this out. Hopefully your partner is giving some sort of suit preference signals in the spade suit, like especially on the king of spades. Looks like North is not, but you might imagine that your partner was being helpful to you in some fashion on defense, and could tell you that they actually have a heart card over here, so it's safe for you to pitch a heart. Well, Declare is going to discard something from hand. And then it's over to South. Is South going to be comfortable pitching a heart? Is South going to be comfortable pitching a club? Or will South do the same thing as at the other table, which is to pitch a diamond? I feel like a club discard is never going to hurt as South. Like, if you do it in tempo, I mean, at match points, I would pitch a club, 100%. I don't even think it's particularly close to any other discard. Like, maybe if partner had showed me a heart card, I would instead pitch a heart. But it teams, I mean, either our partner has a club card, and a club discard doesn't really hurt, because even if Declare drops our stiff king, they don't get to run the club suit. Or our partner doesn't have a club card, and all that's going to happen is it looks to Declare like we're pitching from 3 small, right? So they then take a club finesse anyway. But it would definitely be a silly result if we pitch a club, Declare plays a club to the ace, and then makes his contract on this one. So I understand the fright that some of these players might feel. So push board, again, lead is still remaining at 13, and we're running out of real estate to work with for North-South in this room. 13 imps, 6 boards to play. South passes. West has, I mean, just a 9 count, although it looks like a very pretty hand. Elects to pass. I bet North opens in 3rd seat, given the way this set has been going. So it seems like a diamond would be the most reasonable opening bid on North's cards. If he had a 2-diamond preempt available, maybe he would choose that instead. But I think 1 diamond will do good enough work, and that's what he elects to go with. So East, 13 count, but long diamond suit passes. We get a heart from South. And now what does West do? West is in a bit of a predicament. Oh, okay. Actually, I like this choice. Because if West just overcalls 2 clubs... Alright. There. The alert on 1 no. If West just overcalls 2 clubs, it could bury a spade fit. And that's not going to be good news. But double would tend to be take out of hearts. That's not really what West's hand looks like. So he comes up with 1 no, which is effectively take out for 2 suits. Also, it should imply longer clubs than spades. So I think this is a perfect bid on the West hand. If West had 5-5 in the suits, West could, of course, bid not two hearts, but could just start by overcalling one spade. So I think West is showing exactly 4 spades with longer clubs. North passes a no trump. Maybe just expecting that he's already done enough on this hand. Like, I have to imagine he could have made a support double if he wanted. If he was thinking that finding a heart fit would be worthwhile. But it's a little scary to kind of commit your side to bid again with only 9 high card points. So East has a bit of a difficult decision. He has 13, and he does have a spade fit, which is nice. He knows it's an 8-card spade fit, but that's more than enough. But most of his values and stuff is in the diamond suit, which was open on his right. And it's very possible that that 1 diamond bid in third seat was just purely lead directional. So, you know, it sounds as if North has the ace-king of diamonds, and that makes his queen-jack fifth kind of mostly worthless. Wow. Big result in the other room, 4 spades bid and made by East. I feel like on a diamond lead, Declare actually has real problems. I mean, I suppose you can duck or like pitch from dummy, but yeah, I mean, like if Declare roughs the opening diamond lead, I don't think he's going to have a good time. I think he's going to quickly lose control of the hand. All right, so Thomas elects to bid 2 hearts, probably showing just a very, very good hand, and hoping that his partner will clarify or do something intelligent. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think West might bid 3 clubs, you know, not really knowing what his partner has. Maybe East-West actually have an ability to show cubids for both suits with this, in this type of auction. Like 2 diamonds could be a cubid for clubs, and 2 hearts could be a cubid for spades. If that's the case, I mean, West might just bid 2 spades. Like, the queen third of hearts does not look like a great value, and he's aceless. 4 hearts in the other room is a huge result. This could swing the match back. I mean, either if East-West miss the game, or if they get to the game and end up going down. I'm curious if we might see East look for 3 no trump. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think that makes a ton of sense. Well, West is spending a lot of time thinking. This does feel like a bit of an important decision. Okay, he takes the high road. 3 hearts. What is East gonna do over this? I suspect... Well, I was going to say I suspect East is just going to put the game, and he does. Alright, so I guess we'll see what South leads. It's not as if South has already led a diamond. I mean, South might try a high heart or even a low heart. That's very possible. But he does get off to the diamond lead, so I think this is the most testing lead for Declare. And... whew, not sure what the plan is. Also, if we discard from dummy at trick 1, what are we discarding? Because Declare can afford to lose a diamond, this trick, and a heart and a club. I guess we would pitch a heart. I mean, our whole plan has to be to set up the club suit, right? So pitching a heart makes some sense. Then I think the defense might actually come out ahead. Declare pitches a heart, North wins, plays a heart through to South, and then another diamond comes. And that's just going to be too much for Declare to handle. He'll have to rough now. He can't really afford to lose 2 diamonds, a heart, and a club. Okay, he throws a club, which actually might be a little bit of a better play. Because now on a heart switch, Declare at least gets to play low, and when South wins the ace, he'll have set up 2 heart tricks for his side. So this might be a good attempt. I think that's probably exactly what East was worried about, that if he pitched a heart, it was just going to be very easy for the defense to come up with the right plan. North switches to hearts. South wins, another diamond comes through, and then, you know, he's just toast. Alright, I'm curious. While North ponders this problem, I want to take a look at the other table. Whoa! What is this auction? North opens a diamond in 3rd seat, which seems reasonable. East makes one of the robot bids, overcalling a 4-card suit because he just couldn't stand passing with Queen Jack 5th of diamonds. Don't really understand that. But also maybe what's going on is East-West in the other room realize that they need a couple swings. So overcalling a 4-card suit could be a way to do that. Negative double by South. Negative double is a little strange. I would think as a passed hand, you could probably get away with a 2-heart bid on the South cards. But South decides to make a negative double. 4 clubs, fit showing by West. 4 spades by East. We get a diamond lead in that room as well. Declare roughs. How could the contract possibly make from here? I don't think there's any way. There's no entries to the East hand. Declare plays a heart to the king. A heart comes back. Heart ruff. Club. South flies ace, which is a bit of a mistake, but I don't think it's going to cost. Now a diamond? Oh, this is okay. The 10 of spades is still a trick, right? Like, Declare doesn't get to ruff a club with the 8 of spades here. What? I'm sorry, what? Help? What is this trick? South just needed to ruff and return a trump. What happened? Uh-oh. Ten tricks claimed. Now declare can just cross ruff 4 high trumps. Ooh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, North has come out of the tank and put a heart on the table, so let's turn our attention back to this 4-spade contract. Heart to the 9, and South is going to need to decide what to do, because playing the Ace of Hearts could, and maybe does, give Declare 2 heart tricks. I mean, South doesn't know this, but that happens to be the case. But it still might be very important for South to win the ace and continue a diamond, putting Declare in this difficult position where they have to decide, once again, do I discard or do I ruff? And at this point, Declare can't really afford to discard. So, I mean, it kind of feels natural to me to play the Ace of Hearts and then continue a diamond. Oftentimes, when Declare is uncomfortable with a lead and does this, like, discarding thing, continuing to put him to that test or that problem by playing the diamond suit once again can have positive effects. So maybe we can try and analyze what happens if South goes up with the heart ace. So, because a lot of the plays are forced from there. Ace of Hearts, diamond. Declare has to ruff. Declare can then unblock the King of Hearts. And I guess ruff a diamond in the dummy. Play the Queen of Hearts pitching a club. And then exit a club. Let's suppose he just exits the Jack of Clubs or something and North wins the Queen. Then what happens? So the defense have taken 3 tricks. Declare needs the remainder of the tricks. I don't think this is good enough, so maybe rather than roughing this 3rd round of diamonds, Declare needs to guess the club suit, which I think he's going to guess wrong. Like, the fact of the matter is, North has opened a diamond, and all South has done is show a 5-card heart suit. There's no reason to believe that South needs to have 2 aces for his bidding. You know, okay, maybe Declare actually can guess the clubs correctly based on the fact that I think he knows at this point hearts are 5-3. I mean, for a whole variety of reasons. South didn't preempt, so unlikely South has a 6-card suit. And we're going to see this line of play, so let's try and follow it. So Declare must ruff. There's no question about it. If he discards, North wins the ace of diamonds, South gets the club ace, and then the hand is over. So this trick is absolutely forced by Declare. Unblocking the heart king makes a ton of sense to me. So I think he's going to do that. That's also mostly forced. And now he just needs to come to this conclusion that ruffing a diamond and pitching a club on the Queen of Hearts is not going to be good enough. So he does correctly lead a club. South needs to work out to duck this in tempo. Ooh, ace of clubs. Okay. Now, is this good enough, or does this change anything? So South wins the club ace, does continue kind of the good work of tapping dummy and diamonds. Declarer once again has to ruff. So this is going to prevent Declarer from taking a simple line of play, such as going king of clubs, club ruff, and then pulling trump, sending in dummy. Which I think means the 10 of spades is coming into play, and South is going to beat the contract. Like, I just don't see how... Oh my. No, this is just going to be cold now. I was thinking he might try and cross-ruff the hand, but no. North has to be marked with the Queen of Clubs at this point in the play. South is turned up with 2 aces and didn't even try to invite. No. North, or Declarer, can just squeeze North in the minors. And he's doing it. Well, hold your horses. He still has the option of going back and trying for a cross ruff, but I think he's going to play the Queen of Spades and overtake. Wow. This is going to be a huge result if he pushes the board in 4 spades making. I'm very unclear as to what happened in the other room. There must have been some sort of Vugraph operator error in the play, because I don't think South would have forgotten to overruff Declarer. There it is. Queen of Spades to the ace, King of Spades. North is going to get squeezed. Very well done. $620 and a push board, so the lead remains at 13. I mean, that could have been all of the umps swung back to France green, but, you know, once again, I'm gonna say fairly demoralizing for the France green squad in this room, where Declarer's just, I mean, East-West are doing everything right. So 5 boards to go, 13 imps, and again, this looks like a huge result for Vinciguerra in the other room. They get to 3 no trump on the north-south cards, which could go down a variety of ways. And even if the defense didn't take the first 5 diamond tricks as well as the club ace, you're gonna need Queen Doubleton of Hearts to come down to make it. This is a nightmare. Now, the Queen Doubleton of Hearts does appear, so Declarer will be happy if he gets to 3 no trump and makes the contract if they don't lead a diamond. But how could you possibly reach 3-0 on these cards? I feel like we're going to see a normal auction at this table. Oh boy. West opened a no trump in the other room. One of those weak no trumps. And that may have backfired a little bit. because North comes in 2 spades, spades and a minor. And South, I guess, a little ambitious, tried 3 hearts, hoping that he could find a heart fit. I don't really like the 3 heart bid. I think I might have just passed out 2 spades. But the 3 heart bid made North believe that the South had a real hand. Wow. Well, sometimes you just get lucky. Ooh. This is interesting. So a club by North, a diamond by South showing hearts. West comes in with 2 diamonds as an overcall. And man, Thomas doesn't know when to quit, does he? Just keeps piling on the pressure. He bids 3 diamonds with ace doubleton, forcing the opponents into an uncomfortably high level. 3 hearts by South does pass out, which, I mean, even this is going to go down. The defense can get a club ruff and 3 diamond tricks. So West on lead, little does he know that either opening lead he chooses is going to work out pretty well for his side. The Diamond Honor or the Singleton Club. Okay, looks like he had a change of heart. Leads the Queen of Clubs. Thomas is going to give him a club ruff. Three clubs return is interesting. I mean, I think a lot of players might have just led back the 2 as a suit preference signal, but the... Oh. Okay, hold please. I will hold that thought until Thomas actually returns something. He returns the 4 of clubs. Well, that makes me even more confident in what I was about to say, which is that the French players like giving count. And so because of the nature of this dummy, they probably have some unwritten agreement about like, it's obvious that partner's going to play diamonds at this point, so he doesn't need to give a suit preference signal, and therefore can just play clubs by giving a count signal in that suit. So ace of diamonds, diamond to the jack. I mean, West probably doesn't expect the Queen of Diamonds to cash, but he doesn't really have an alternative to playing it right now. If he doesn't take the Queen of Diamonds, the contract can make. Ooh! Okay. A little bit much, even for... even for Cedric here. Tomas's 3 diamond bid on ace doubleton. So this means Declarer is going to be able to ruff a diamond back to hand. Thomas will probably ruff in with the queen. Nope, he doesn't. That might be a little bit of a mistake. If partner had 10 doubleton of hearts, you could still have saved it. So they could have beat 3 hearts, but regardless, it's still a huge win for their side. Their teammates bidding and making 3-0 in the other room. Three hearts making 4 on the East-West cards here. Feels like a pretty strong result. I imagine you would probably lose a trick in each suit if you, at the very least, if you had to play the suits yourself. Well, let's see if North decides to get a little bit aggressive. Because I could easily imagine North decides to make a big diamond preempt here, thinking that a swingy action might be needed down the stretch. 4 boards to go. Pass, pass. Okay, South has decided that he's going to swing. Opens a spade in 3rd seat, ace-10 4th. Not a very good hand overall. And what do we do as West? We have a 14 count, but red on white. I mean, I think I would probably pass, but I could see a 2 heart bid being necessary. Part of the problem with passing is that we're the one of our partnership with spade shortness. So it's very unlikely that our partner is going to act in this auction if we don't. So we do get a bit of a late 2 heart overcall by West. Difficult spot that South put him in. And now what does North do? I mean, my oh my if North bids 2 spades. That would really put a lot of pressure on East-West. I mean, 2 spades might end the auction, and North-South would get to play in a 4-2 fit, which would be kind of funny. North might be thinking of making a negative double. I mean, his shape is not ideal for it, which is kind of the problem, but he could make a negative double and pull 3 clubs to 3 diamonds to just show a weak hand with a long diamond suit. So that is possible, but looks like he elects to pass. So East doesn't have a great hand. I mean, he has 3-card heart support. I have to imagine that he's going to find a raise. But I don't really expect him to Q-bid. If South hadn't opened a spade, East might be a little more aggressive with his hand, but King, Queen, 5th, sitting in front of the spade bidder. Not known to be a good holding. Well, East bids 2 now. That is at least some forward-going noise. I have no idea if it's intended as natural, or if that is a heart raise of some kind. I think we're going to find out soon enough. If it's natural, West is just going to raise to 3 now, I believe. I think West is quite content to play a no trump with a balanced type hand and some extra high cards. It's kind of funny. South probably, if it does go 3-0, pass, South is going to expect that the opponents actually have a very strong spade suit because he knows he doesn't have one. And he'll probably try the King of Diamonds, which is going to work out beautifully for the defense. Vinciguerra operator hasn't alerted 2-0. So it's starting to look like that might have been natural. Okay, 2-0 passes out. I mean, I would definitely still lead a diamond as South. So they're playing Rusno leads, Queen of Diamonds shows the king. And North is going to dump the jack on this trick, which is going to be very funny. I wonder if Thomas is going to try and run the heart suit, or if he's just going to concede that, yeah, okay, so he does just play the jack of spades. He's just going to try and get out for down as few as possible. So I think what's going to happen here is the defense is going to run diamonds, and then North is probably going to cash the club ace, just hoping that De Clara would have picked up the heart suit himself if he had to guess it. So King of Diamonds, we're getting a count signal from North. I imagine this is some sort of upside down count signal showing an odd number. I mean, maybe North is trying to scream for his partner to play clubs. It also kind of looks weird, right? Like this 10 of diamonds, like it doesn't seem automatic to me that South has King Queen third. Like what if South had King Queen doubleton? Wouldn't you want to be giving a suit preference signal here? I suppose there's no reason for South to lead hearts. That looks like it's the opponent's suit. I don't know. I mean, what if North had the ace queen of hearts instead of the ace of clubs? Maybe it is right for South to switch to hearts now. Yeah, so something about this 10 of diamonds. I mean, the fact that South is in the tank here when he could just cash out a bunch of diamonds and beat the contract, this all seems very strange. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, look, I get it. But things are not going well for North-South in this room. Yikes. So 2-no trump made. De Clara able to cash a couple spades at the end there for plus 120. They're off the schneid, but trailing by 17 imps with 3 boards to go. That could have been a much needed pickup. Wow. I feel like North-South have defeated themselves a little bit, just mentally. And it's possible that everyone's just super exhausted. This being the end of the week, a very, very long week of playing, 6 or 7 hours of bridge a day for all these players against pretty tough competition. So South opens a club. We get a pass by West. North gonna bid a heart. Oh, no, North gonna bid a diamond. They play transfers over their club, I think. I don't think East is gonna come in with a spade. Hey, Dan, you made it for more than one board. Yeah. Although we're going to need to see some real action in the last couple of hands, because this one, even if north-south duplicate 3-no, making 3, which I guess they probably will. It's still going to be quite a large number of imps that they need to pick up to come back in the match. So, a club, a diamond showing 4 more hearts, 2 clubs denying 3-card heart support, 3-no by north. That should end the auction. We'll probably see the spade lead and a spade back, just hoping to set up east spade suit, which will be successful, but then east actually has no entry to get back over there. I mean, Declarer is going to be a little bit afraid of this, though, obviously, and might elect to take the diamond finesse immediately, thinking that east is likely to have a heart card to get in. But 6 clubs, 2 diamonds, and the king of spades will be 9 tricks. So this might even be 1 imp going the way of Vinciguerra to make the lead 18 with 2 boards to play. I think the other table is a little bit ahead of us. They do have some results on board 27 at the very least. Spade to the ace, West is thinking. I mean, with 12 high card points, he probably has some expectation that his partner, if his partner does have a spade suit, he might not have an entry to it. So West might be thinking about switching to a low heart now. Okay, and he immediately does. Hoping that his partner has something like Queen 10 third of hearts, and he can just take 4 heart tricks immediately. That would lead to the contract going down. But this is going to make Declarer pretty happy. I mean, especially once the Jack of Hearts holds. I don't think there's going to be any concern about trying a diamond finesse for an overtrick here. Like, East 100% would have won a heart if he had the king. Although, maybe with the ace, East wouldn't have won the heart. Okay, we might see Declarer be a little conservative and just cash out 1 heart, 6 clubs, a spade and a diamond. But either way, not really the board that France Green needs to make the comeback. So king of clubs, club to the ace. Now it feels even more risky to try diamond finesse, because to get back over there, you have to abandon the spade suit completely. Maybe the defensive discards will give away the position. So that's possible. Like, if West throws a bunch of diamonds here, Declarer might be able to comfortably take the diamond hook. So there goes 1 diamond from West. East probably can safely pitch a spade. But okay, he pitches a diamond. We'll see another diamond go away from West, I think. Although maybe West pitches the jack of spades here. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that plan. Now a hard exit might be the plan. Okay. Declarer is leading a spade to the king. So West can definitely pitch a diamond. Whoa! That feels a little unnecessary. But it is not going to cost. Oh, and it's especially not going to cost now. Queen of diamonds goes over to the ace. So yeah, Declarer was just, I think, honestly, trying to find some footing in this set of boards. North-South have not done particularly well on any of the hands, and I'm sure that North would have been very disappointed if he tried the diamond finesse and somehow he ended up going down on this hand. I think he could have counted, right? There were only 2 hearts outstanding, so even if the diamond hook lost, West was only going to be able to cash 2 more tricks. And therefore, he still would have made it. He would have gotten a diamond in the end. But yeah, sometimes when everything goes wrong, what you need to do is just get a plus score on your card. And unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too late for that. If you're just trying to stabilize, 2 boards to go in the match when you're down 18 is probably not the place to do it. So other room bid to 3 no trump east-west. I bet East opens a no trump. Getting to 3 no east-west feels like a big result. This could be a potential for a bit of a swing. Unfortunately, I mean, a non-vulnerable game swing is only like 6 imps or so. So there we have it. 1 no passes out. This will be some much needed imps for France Green, but they still have a lot of work to do on the very last board of play to catch up. Spade lead goes around to the king. Declarer is not going to have any trouble making this contract, but he might only make, 90 or 120, depending on how lucky he gets in the diamond suit. He only has 1 hard entry to the dummy, and if he doesn't take the ace of spades when he's over there, that card might get lost forever. So a couple of options. I mean, we might see Declarer even just cash the diamond ace right now, effectively planning to use the hard entry to play another diamond towards his hand, and saying, if the suit's 3-2, maybe North has a doubleton and I won't have a guess in the suit. But he does play a heart to the ace. North gonna get in, probably switches to a club, maybe the 10. Feels pretty natural. I mean, I guess North could just be ultra conservative and play back a heart. that's possible. But there's the 10 of clubs. That makes total sense. So now Declare needs to decide what his plan is. I mean, he could just cash out. He could take 2 spades, 3 hearts, a club, and a diamond. And that would be 7 tricks. Nothing wrong with doing that. Or maybe he gets a little more ambitious and tries a diamond finesse at some point. As long as he's safe to do so. So the 10 of clubs holds. North does now have the opportunity to continue the club suit, and he does with the queen. So Declare hops up with the ace. I'm still curious if Declare is going to cash the diamond ace. That would be such a big play. Like, he kind of knows that he can't really afford to take a diamond finesse, right? Like, if he plays a heart to dummy, and he cashes the spade ace, pitching a club, and then he takes a diamond finesse, South might be able to win and run the spade and club suit against him. But, okay. He plays a heart to the jack. Leads the 10 of diamonds. Not bad. So diamond to the queen and king. Now, this means that, yes, South can cash clubs, but South won't be able to run the spade suit. So either he's going to be able to get back in with hearts and knock out the jack of diamonds to make his 7th trick, or South is just going to have to lead a spade to dummy, which honestly I suspect that's going to happen because South probably doesn't think that East started with a singleton king of spades. So there is the queen of spades to the ace. Declare probably just playing a diamond to the ace, doesn't want to risk anything silly happening from here. And when South shows out, that will be 120. No, 90 apparently. 90? 90, yes. So 8 imps, 10 imps separate the two teams, and this is the last board. Whoa. That does not look like a very good result in the other room. If North-South manage to go plus on their cards, the match might be tied at the end of this board. Oh my. Okay. The match is not over yet. So let's see what we have going for us. A club by North, takeout double by East. We got a 12 count, 4-4 in the majors. For 10 imps, North must score greater than 280. No. North doesn't need that much. North needs, what, like 130 or something? I mean, North basically needs a little bit more than a generic plus score. It's kind of hard to imagine it happening. I don't think they quite have enough stuff to get there. And the fact that the minor suits aren't really splitting favorably for them. Well, anyway, we'll see. So club opener, take out double by East. South bids a spade, showing diamonds. They need 130? Yeah. The 3 hearts by West. I mean, North is just going to pass. North doesn't have a diamond fit. I think East is also going to pass. I think this might be the end of the road. I mean, South can reopen with double if he wants, but it's just not going to be enough. Three hearts doubled would have been an interesting spot to play. Looks like the defense can get a diamond ruff, 2 clubs, and a heart. Nah, it's only down 1. Well, unless something crazy happens, or unless there's a score correction of some kind, congrats to Vinciguerra, who played very well throughout. I mean, especially this pair that we've been watching from them, Cedric Lorenzini, Thomas Bessis. Very, very strong French partnership dating way back, at least 10 years. They had been playing together for a while. But we've been following their play for a few days now, and I think there was only maybe 1 or possibly 2 things that they did which I was slightly critical of, but for the most part they made a bunch of very excellent reads, and I think they do deserve to win the event. So diamond to the ace, we will get a diamond ruff on the return. And North-South going to be pretty happy they're beating this contract and getting a plus score, but it is not quite enough. Yeah, a double would have been a little interesting, but with the lie of the cards, there's just no realistic chance to beat it more than 1. So even plus 100 would have only been 9 imps, and not quite enough to bring about the tiebreaker. Five of diamonds return. Just suit preference whenever you're giving partner what could be a ruff. So here, South very clearly has no preference between clubs and spades. Declare is spending a little time thinking on this trick. I mean, maybe he's just trying to decide if it's worthwhile to stick in the 9. Probably knows the location of the diamond jack, but he also doesn't want something very silly to happen. I don't believe there's any layout of the cards where it's necessary to take this diamond hook. So he'll probably just go up with the king. Long thought. Maybe this time Declare really did fall asleep at the table. This feels like a bit of a longer tank than I imagine on this trick. I mean, you can spend a little time trying to be careful, and if hearts are 4-0, like, is there any reason I need to put in the 9? But I'm pretty sure the answer is no. since North is roughing this trick, you can always rough that 9 of diamonds later with the 4th round of trumps and dummy. I don't know why play is grinded to an halt. This is this is such a strange tank by West. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, maybe there really is some legitimate reason to take the diamond hook, but I don't think so. Alright, so he does go up with the king of diamonds. North now gonna play the king of clubs, get a count signal from his partner, cash the ace of clubs. Actually, probably plays the king of clubs and then might even switch to spades. Is that possible? From the count signal, he knows his partner's not getting a club ruff, and therefore the ace of clubs is just going to set up a discard for declare. Wow, this might make. Oh no, this would be the worst way to end the event. I mean, North-South probably feel like everything has gone wrong for them on every board this segment. And if North switches to a low spade and declare plays low around to the king and then takes a spade finesse to pitch his club loser, that would just be the worst possible thing to have happen. Or I guess sticks in the jack of spades, unblocks the king, and then crosses to the heart ace. I could definitely see that happening from here. Because look, think about it from North's perspective. West's trump suit is not face up on the table. He probably thinks that the king of hearts is not going to represent a defensive trick because West is going to have the queen of hearts and will just take a finesse. So in that case, he's going to need his partner to have a spade card. And if he plays the ace of clubs before switching to spades, declarer can just win the ace and play the queen throwing their spade loser. Queen of clubs, that is. So the longer North thinks, the more certain I am that he's just going to play a spade, and this is going to be 140 for, there it is. Now, I guess the hand's not over once again. I had kind of jokingly mentioned that, of course, East is just going to stick in the jack. But it's possible for, or sorry, not East, declare, who's over here in the West. It's very possible that declare might play low to the king, low to the ace, and then ruff a spade. That way, if South had queen third, he could then cross in hearts, pull the trump, and then use the jack of spades to pitch a loser. But no, he does stick in the jack. This is going to be 140. Thankfully, it's not doubled, right? We were talking about how 3 hearts doubled might have done, and I think we easily could have seen the same defense. So 9 tricks. That's only going to be 4 amps to France green. Not quite making up the difference down the stretch. And yeah, once again, congrats to Vinciguerra. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the commentary over this week.